How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. That's great. This program is brought to you by Addis Ababa City Government Education Bureau in collaboration with Addis Media Network. This is English for Grade 8. The presenter is Mr. Saifu. Our lesson topic for today, that is Unit 9, Gender Equality. The lesson topic is Lesson 25. The main objectives of today's lesson topic is that I'm going to make you familiar with some of the opinions or expressions that makes you how to express your ideas or gives opinions. So, before I proceed today's lesson topic, I would like to give you some of the summary that we have learned so far in the previous time. You remember, students, I gave you a task and to show it to your friends. Did you show it? That's interesting. Good. Yeah. We have been talking about what? About different kinds of adverbs, especially adverbs of frequency or frequency adverbs. To remind you some of the frequency adverbs that we learned last time, such as always, sometimes, usually, never, often, hardly ever, rarely, seldom, and some others. Therefore, we're trying to see that, some of the sample examples for each. And then I was trying to give that, some sample examples for different purposes. You remember, students, the purpose of the frequency adverbs. Don't forget that the three functions of the position of adverbs in different sentences. The first one is, you are welcome to use frequency adverbs before the main verb. Before the main verb. Don't forget that. Right? I always go to library to study more. I always go to library to study more. This is what? Before the main verb. Yeah. She sometimes visits her grandparents. She sometimes visits her grandparents. This is after the verb, the second function of adverbs of frequency, after the verb. And finally, between the two verbs. I have never seen an elephant in the city. Therefore, have here now is the verb, and then that is what? Never is a frequency adverb, and then what comes next, that is a V3 form. You should always check your email address. You see? Should is that is auxiliary verb, and then check it that is a verb. Between the two verbs, what comes? The frequency adverb. Therefore, since you are using these frequency adverbs in day-to-day language, I'm sure that you are able to develop and promote your speaking skill. And also, you are able to identify where does this position of adverbs in different sentences. And the same is true, just ever we usually use in the case of what? Making question or forming questions. See, have you ever visited Gander? Have you ever visited Sophomore, etc.? So ever is a frequency adverb still now, but we use most of the time to ask for question using this kind of frequency adverbs. Thank you so much, my students. I would like to make you familiar about what we are going to see for today. That is Unit 1. That is Unit 9. Unit 9. Gender equality. Gender equality. Equality. Very interesting topic. I want to make you familiar with some of the vocabularies in the next lesson. But you have to express your idea about gender. You know what gender means, students? Have you ever heard the word gender in your classroom? Have you ever discussed with your friends about gender equality? Good. I would like to give you some just idea what gender equality means. Gender means it is a difference of what? A difference of the two what? Sexes, that is male and female. But we don't mean that male and female. When it comes to the case of gender means that is the difference between the two sexes based on what? Its social and cultural value. social and cultural. In social and cultural value, we say that is gender. What about sex? Sex means that is natural one. That is the only difference, of course. They are synonym. But still now, there is a difference too. Anyways, we will see those important vocabularies that are going with this issue that we are going to talk about today. Then gender equality, an interesting lesson. This is what? Lesson 25. The main objectives of this lesson is, I have already introduced you see, how to give opinion, giving opinion with different kinds of expressions, language forms. So, while you are doing all these, what kind of skill are you going to develop? Your speaking skill, exactly. Every lesson has its own objectives, my students. Yeah. Speaking, wow. Equality means that the way how you make equal both, both gender who are participating in your class. Girls or boys? Both. Right? Who are actively engaging in different activities at your school. Both. Mean that still now we are what? Advocating the gender equality. Gender equality begins from where? From the school, at school level. How far girls are participating in different clubs, okay? Yeah, co-curricular activities. It's maybe media club, it's maybe Red Cross club, it's maybe charity club, okay? It's maybe sports club, right? It's maybe environment club, etc. Are you all equally participating in such clubs? Very good. If you are doing the same participation and actively engaging yourself in such a ways, still now at your school, there is no gender inequality. There is gender equality. That you are both equal. This is the meaning. So now, since you have got some ideas about these parts of gender equality, what do you mean? As I have informed you, you will see the next lesson. So let's go and make you with some of the expressions. Good. These are language expressions. Language expressions to talk about what? Gender equality. Very nice. All right. Good. Let's go and see. I think. That's interesting. I think. So what? Let me make you, and then we are going to make some of the contexts. In my opinion. Oh, I believe. To me. And then as I see it, I see your point. I see your point. I don't really agree. I don't really agree. Very nice. These expressions are so important, not only to talk about gender equality, students, but also they are important when you are giving any kind of opinion that you feel about anything, the issue. It's maybe the issue of what? Talking about forming a charity club, and you may have opinions or suggestions that may be given by some of your classmates, and then you are welcome to express your opinions. These opinions or expressions it's not only in the case of gender equality, but also in all cases that you want to talk about. Have you get me? Very interesting one. Let's go and see some of the sample sentences. Before that, I would like to give you that one what? Situation. What is the situation? Good. Boys are highly participating in the school curricular activities. Activities means that such as clubs, right? Clubs means it's maybe sport club, right? It's maybe gender club. It's maybe charity club, right? Okay? It's maybe library club. It's maybe reading club, right? It's maybe language club. It's maybe that is media club. Look now, all these clubs are available at your school, aren't they? Of course they are. I hope you have to participate yourself in all cases. So this statement says that boys are highly participating in the school co-curricular activities. What is your opinion? That's interesting. What is your opinion? Is it really true? Is it a real fact in your school? If it's not, you are welcome giving your opinion regarding these issues. So it's based on what? The students. So let's go. I think, let me try to use these expressions based on the opinions that's given by different students, right? I think all girls are equally participating in clubs. Good. If you like, you are welcome to express this idea in the same ways, okay? I think, another speaker said that, I think both girls and boys are equally participating in the school clubs. In the school clubs. Good. Yeah, the first speaker said that I think all girls are equally participating in clubs. All girls. There is no exceptional one. All right, the third one said that, in my opinion, a few number of girls are participating in the school club. School club. You see, this person is, to some extent, different in his idea. In my opinion, a few number of girls are participating in the school clubs. I mean that, so the speaker went to, right? There is a little bit, encouragement. We have to promote girls actively engaging themselves in different school clubs. This is the third idea. The fourth one that is, I believe all the school community work for gender equality. Gender equality. Look now, this is another idea. I believe all the school community work for gender equality. Look now, I believe all the school community refers to all stakeholders there, right? Yeah. Teachers, students, the principals, parents have to involve themselves in order to make the gender equality has to be equally, you see, implemented in the school club so as to promote what? The gender equality. Very nice. Let's go. To me, gender equality begins from the school. Exactly. Yeah. This is another perception. To me, gender equality begins from the school, definitely. Yeah. Right? The school, clubs, different clubs. We teachers are responsible. The parents, the students themselves have to be active enough so as to make all the genders are equally treated, Yeah. Very nice. Good. Let's go and continue. Another expressions. As I see it, right? Gender equality needs work of all stakeholders. Yeah. Stakeholders, I have already said it there, right? The community, the school, right? The teachers, the students. This is what I mean. As I see it, gender equality needs the work of all stakeholders. The work of all stakeholders. You are responsible. Everybody is responsible. That is look how these expressions are used in different contexts. I see your point. Look now, I see your point. Without any gender equality, in the country, it's difficult. It is difficult to see any progress. That is true. Exactly. That is true. Yeah, I see your point. Without any gender equality in the country, it's difficult to see any progress. Yeah, without any gender equality. Everybody is as equally treated. If there is equally treated everyone, right? Therefore, we have to just make our country to become on the right track of progress. All right, another thing that I don't really agree. I don't really agree that the government takes only responsible body. Right. This is another sentence. I don't really agree that the government takes only responsible body for it. Exactly. Yeah. It is the concern of all citizens so as to make what? Gender equality. So the main issue of this lesson is that, don't forget, students, you are going to express different ideas. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to give you some sample examples. The topic in show that is gender equality. The way how to express based on the topic. The thing is true. Assume that one of your subject teacher may give you what? An idea or a situation in the classroom. Right? If you want to give opinion using these kind of expressions, you are welcome, what? Using different kinds of expressions. So these are all possible expressions. I'm sure if you are doing all these expressions in your day-to-day life, right, you are able to develop your speaking skill. At the same time, you are able to talk about things, what? Logically or with reason, with reason. With reason. In order to convince or just, agree with someone else by using this kind of structures. These expressions are very important, right? Not only in such kind of cases, in all cases. Good. Now, I'm going to write 3 situations outside this context, and then you are welcome to give your expressions. Good. Let me write some of the expressions. I think, I see it, to me, in my opinion, I think, I see it, to me, in my opinion, and I believe. These are sample expressions. Let me try to give you. Good. I don't really agree. Let me add one more. I don't really agree. I don't really agree. Very nice. Let me give you one sample example for it. Good. As I see it. And then I see your point. Good. I see your point. Let's go and revise all this. Your point. I'm going to write one context. I'm sure that you are going to, what? Give your opinion with your friends. All right. Learning lessons in media helps the students to learn a lot. Learning lessons in media helps the students learning lessons in media help the students to learn a lot. To learn a lot. What do you think? You are on the way to attain this lesson. Very interesting. What do you think about it? What's your opinion? What's your idea? Let me give you 3 minutes and you are welcome to do your task. Go on, please. That's interesting. How do you give your opinion with these opinions, these expressions? Interesting, students. Try. How do you feel about while you are attending, sitting at home, and learning and getting this lesson? Do you feel good? Of course. But I'm welcome to listen to, right, and share your opinion to your friends based on these expressions. I think, very interesting one, again, exactly. I think one of your friends may say like this. I think learning through media helps me in my lesson. Maybe one of a student or one of your friends say that like this. I think learning through media helps me in my lesson. Yeah, something which is not clear at school in your classroom while you are attending a kind of subject. When it comes to sitting at home, you feel comfort, right? Isn't it? And then you are able to understand. Oh, is it possible? That's good. So, one of your friends may give you his opinion or her opinion in such a way. That's an interesting one. Another may say that, as I see it, right? Learning lesson in media helps me to make the lesson easy. Yeah, of course. Exactly, it makes you easy. You are able to understand. You see? Yeah. When you go to class, when the teacher gives this lesson, you are able to understand the lesson with no difficulties. Even don't forget that. To give your opinion with these expressions too. Okay. Another student may say that, to me, I have no words to express my feelings about the media. It is wonderful. It is wonderful. Yeah, this is another student or another person who gives opinion about this. To me, I have no words to express my feeling about the media. It is wonderful. They are appreciated. Very interesting one. Appreciation, that's good. Yeah, that's interesting one. So you are welcome to express your idea with these expressions. All right, students. I think that these expressions are so important while you are talking about any kind of issues that you want to describe and that you want to talk about to anybody else, at school, at home, at any context too. So keep in mind all these ideas. They are very important, and then hope that you are welcome just to give any of the situation with your friends and then give your opinion together. And then hopefully that you go and share to your teachers too, the way how you are expressing these expressions. That's all, students. That's all the lesson that we have for today. For the coming lesson, I hope that this is your homework. Try to study these expressions together and then give your opinion. That's all we have for today. Till we meet next time. See you. Goodbye, students.